Good morning, everyone. I'm here just 1 minute early, trying to get myself set up here so I can be ready to go at 8 o'clock on the dot. Let me find myself. Hold on, Doodle chapter. There we go. Okay. Oh, I just saw me. There I am. Hold on. Oh. Lower the volume. There we go. I still haven't been able to figure out how I could see my comments on the right. I can do that when I'm with Lindsay, when I'm watching Lindsay live. Sorry. Let me go back. At least I could see the comments as they're coming up. Ugh. There we go. Here I am. Okay. Again, good morning from Oregon. I hope you guys are all doing well where you're at. So, I was looking at the lines prompts that you guys did, and holy moly, you guys did such a good job. I mean, it looks good. And I love that Tammy put it in one place so we could just go into that one place and see all of them together. But it makes me so happy, and it brings me so much creative joy when I could see all of the work that you guys put into this. I'm really happy. I hope that this is inspiring you. I saw some people adding color to it, and then I saw some people that were doing circles and lines. So that is a really neat idea. You can start doing, combining the two prompts and adding them together. But this week's prompts is circles. And this is in the file section of this Facebook group. So go by and get it. I believe it says week 2. I'm going to start them all out by saying what week it is, and then I'll have the shape in there so you guys will be able to easily find what week we're on. So this is week 2. Alrighty, so let's get started. Circles. I printed this out, but I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten track here, and I want to see Tammy and the girls and I, the moderators from the group. We were doing some searches on Amazon to see if we could find some Amazon round post-it notes, but I was like, why don't I try creating my own? And so I have just my regular square. And then I have a die cut. If you can kind of see this die cut, I have lots of die cuts in different shapes. But I was just like, well, this is the shape of this guy, and it kind of fits on here. So I'm going to use my die cutter right here in front of you guys, and let's just see how this little experiment works. Okay? We're gonna try cutting some circle post-it notes. This is going back to the doodling because we will eventually be doodling in it, but I have my Sizzix right here handy, and I'm going to give it a try. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to get like, I don't know. I didn't count them. I'm going to put this on my Sizzix, and I'm going to try cutting. I know not everybody is going to have a Sizzix, but you could kind of do the same concept by getting a few, drawing a circle on the first one, and then cutting them out. And then you don't have to go out and buy new stuff. You could just use what you have. So let's see how this goes. I didn't have a die cut that has, without the cute stitching around the, oh, whoa, that almost fell. Trying to do it all within the camera. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think we're in business. It worked. Oh, these are going to be so fun. And then there's going to be a cute little border around it. Let's see. Let me get these separated. Woo! Love it. There we go. Look at that. I know some of you guys are drawing in the circles, but I like doing what I was already doing. So I'm going to do my circles. I'm going to do them on post-it notes like I was doing before. And then I was adding just a little bit of washi on the top to add a little spot of color. I'm going to show you guys what else I did this week. But let me finish these. Oh my goodness, without even trying, I think I got the exact amount of Post-it that's I needed to fill out this page. But this is, there's stuff. Oh, look at that. I couldn't even do that again if I tried. I completely filled out, did exactly 6 without even counting. I just kind of flipped through. But let's go through the Big Book of Ideas book, and I want to go through, hold on, let me flip through lines. Let me take this page out. I kind of did like a collage of lines. I wrote lines in the middle, and then I drew circles around it of all the different types of lines, and then I named them. Whether I named them correctly or not, it doesn't matter. I tried, but this was really fun. It's a little Zentangle-y, but I wouldn't call it Zentangle because it is still doodling. But these are the ones I did with you guys last week. And then I was cleaning out my craft room, and I found these little yellow Post-it notes. These are the, what is this? How big are these? I think they're maybe like 2 inches by 2 inches, I'm guessing. And this is where I drew even more. What happens is I used to have to get my allergy shots. And when I go get my allergy shots, I would have to sit there and wait for a half an hour. And so what I did is I could carry this little tiny Post-it note and just a Sharpie, and I started drawing shapes while I was sitting there waiting for my to go back in after the half hour, because you have to sit there a half an hour to make sure you don't have a reaction, so they don't have to rush you to the emergency room. Anybody who's ever done allergy shots, they know what I'm talking about. But I found these. I must have just taken them out of my purse, put them in my craft room, and then when I cleaned, I found them. Anyways, long story short, good morning. I'm Rebecca Swayze, Rainbow Stitches Studio. I did another one for circles. You saw the line. I don't know that I'm going to do one of these every week. Honestly, I don't know. But when I did the lines one, I waited a couple days after I finished it, and then I started the circle ones. I thought it was so fun. It looks really, really fun. It's fun to do. So just circles and all the different types of patterns. I used a lid for a yogurt container to create these circles. You know, it's super easy. And then I kind of put the word circle in a circle. So it was fun. Yes, Carmen, allergy shots are no fun. I am almost done with the maintenance, and then I'll be off. I was doing allergy shots right before COVID, and I was getting to the maintenance part, and then COVID hit, and they stopped doing my allergy shots because of, other more important things. And so I had to start all over again. It was a pain, such a pain. But I'm almost through it again. Okay, so circles, ladies. Here is some of the stuff that I did. I didn't do it on cool circles like this, but here we go. I did my circles. Just flip through it so you guys maybe can get a little bit of inspiration. Some of my circles, and then I'll do a few more with you guys like I did last week. Again, here's my little yellow Post-it notes from my allergy shot visits, and so I just stuck them down there. My circle borders, I have some washi tape that I put it on. I put the washi tape down. All right, ladies, this is going to go in here. So let's get started. We're going to make the, yes, the circle art was super fun. Michelle. There we go. Oh, I lost one of my Post-it notes. It flew off somewhere. I bet you it stuck to the bottom of something. Anyways, let me close this so I could sit down. I was going to need to stand up for the die cutter. You got to put some muscles into that. Okay, so let's get started on creating some circle patterns. I have 2 different sizes of, I just have one that has a thick marker tip, and then I talked to you guys about this last week, the Uniball. Still love this guy, great pen, and it's archival. I've actually drawn with it and then watercolored above it. So I'm going to start with a simple, very simple pattern. Okay, I'm just going to do some big dots. Well, oh, I guess that doesn't do as big. I wanted something like that. Some big dots and little dots. We're creating patterns is all we're doing. Okay. Peanut butter jar was perfect size. Yes. There was a person on Instagram. I don't know what her name is. I couldn't tell you right now offhand, but she's so cute. She was doing something with circles as well. Not this. This was like from a year ago or something. And she's like, she brings out a basket, like a little basket, and it's filled with all kinds of lids. And she goes, get your basket, get your circle basket out. And she goes, what? You guys don't have a circle basket? And she takes the basket out, and she's got all these little circles, like from medicine jars, from Tupperware, it was so cute. I just thought that was hilarious. And then I was just thinking to myself, I need to get me a circle jar basket. I thought it was just adorable. Okay, so now I'm gonna just add little dots in the inside. This is, I believe it or not, in all of my patterns, I don't have something as simple as just little dots and big dots. But it just creates a little bit of a different pattern here. I love seeing all the line patterns that you guys came up with. Totally impressed by what you guys did. I'm so glad that you guys posted. I love seeing it. I really, really do. If you guys are on Instagram, you should do a hashtag. We need to think of a hashtag for this, like Doodle Encyclopedia, because that's what I called it. So we could do a hashtag Doodle Encyclopedia. Okay, so on to my next circle. So this right here is a circle template that, believe it or not, I've had it since high school. I took architectural drafting in high school, and this is still the same thing that I've had many years. I'm a grandmother now, so that tells you how long I've had it. But I've had it for a really long time, and there's no need to throw it away. The brand is, if you guys are interested, you know, you could draw all these little circles in the middle, but then it has these large circles where you can get larger and larger. It's called Picket, Pickett. I don't know if it still exists, because like I tell you, I've had it forever. So I think I'm going to use, and you know, you could actually, you know what, I'm just going to draw this without the circle template, because not everybody's going to have a circle template like me. So I have an idea in mind. I'm thinking sequins is what I'm thinking I want to do. When I was sweeping up my craft room this weekend, there was sequins and glitter all over the floor as I was sweeping. I went out and decided to get myself one of those IKEA cube shelves. I found one on Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted to put it in my craft room because I needed more stuff for my fabrics. I was beginning to get a bit of an overflow. So I bought one of those, and it kind of made me redo my craft room. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm thinking about sequins. So I'm going to go like this. Scallop in the inside. See, that kind of looks like a sequin. And this was just because I was sweeping. Oh, that one only had 4. I want it to have 5. 5 scallops in the inside. I'm sorry, I'm paying attention to my doodling, and I'm not paying attention to the comments. LOL, I have a box full of different things for shapes to use for stamps. This is Lynn. You can cut your own templates. Yeah, and you know, Lynn, I was thinking that I could do that with my die cutter, like you just saw. I have die cuts. I have squares, stars, hearts. I have just like basic shapes. And I like to save like the plastic from containers. Like, you know, this weekend, I had sewing Saturday at my house. So I had 12 ladies over on Saturday. And we had a container with a fruit salad in it. And it had this nice, they got it at Albertsons or something. And it had a nice flat plastic lid. And I thought I could make a template from this. You know, the trash lover in me. And so I washed it and I have it drying out in the kitchen. So I can cut some shapes into it and use it for a template for this. And it's clear. I mean, you could use cardboard shapes or even like the pill bottles or whatever. I actually like clear shapes, and I think it's just because of the being able to see through it, you know, that's what I like. So I was thinking, yeah, I can make my own out of these plastic sheets that are going to get thrown away anyways. I don't know about you, but this is fun. This scallop in the inside looking like a sequin is really fun. Okay, there we go, sequins. Okay, so what should I do next? I saw this kind of cool 70s type of retro pattern. I was looking at patterns, you know, you can kind of do that on Pinterest. So you start out with just something like this. And then you follow along like this. Look similar to this. This little edge kind of has my pen wanting to go into the little rivets or divots, whatever you call them. See, I like that. So right here, I want to alternate. I want to put a circle up here. I want to put a circle here. And I want to put a circle here. That's kind of what the pattern was like that I saw. Then you put a line through the middle. There we go. And then now we're just going to follow along. This really looks really cool, if I do say so myself. I like it. There we go. There's a lot of cool 60s, 70s pattern designs. So I'm just going to copy this guy. But the circle, it's a little bit bigger right now. So, but I still think I'm just going to do 2. It's going to start getting smaller, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit 3 in there. I might be able to squish one down here, since we are at the middle of the circle. I hope that nobody is asking me any questions, because I'm not paying attention. Sorry about that, guys. I am doodling. Usually I can multitask, but that's a bit much for me today. I need another cup of coffee. Okay, here we go. What do you guys think? This is pretty cool. And you can color the lines one color and color. I'm going to stick to black and white. I do love the color. Somebody drew a pattern. Ooh, look at this. Somebody drew a pattern and then put a little red heart. And it was just like the perfect pop of color. I liked it. But keep sharing what you're doing. And we will all get inspired from each other, because that's what it's all about. Okay, I'm almost done with this one. Gosh, a half an hour goes by so quickly. But it's a perfect amount of time, I think, just to get you inspired enough. I mean, obviously it worked. I saw some of the great work that you guys did, so it makes me happy to see you guys sharing and inspiring each other. I was inspired. I need to go back through and look at some of the line art and add to my Encyclopedia of Doodles. Okay, pattern. I probably have enough to do one more. You know, I was thinking that it would be fun to do some wonky circles. So let's do some wonky circles that kind of all fit into each other. Ooh, ooh, this is not going to be neat. These kind of look like circle splats. But they're a type of circle, right? They have a beginning and an end. They look like rocks, actually, now that I'm drawing them. Let's do, that looks like a kidney bean or a lima bean. How many people like lima beans? Speaking of lima beans, I was never a fan of them, but I was in a Mexican grocery store and they had these dried lima beans that were chili seasoned. You know, like the tahini flavor that you can get at the grocery store. Man, they were good. I don't typically eat lima beans. I don't make them. I don't cook them. I mean, I think it's just like since I was a kid, I never liked them. But these tahini flavored ones were delicious. It's just like a nice crunchy granola-y type of flavor. I think I'm going to do a design. I saw this like on a Zentangle group. There we go. Let's do swirls. It's almost like drawing a flower inside of the design. Okay. Sorry I'm so quiet. I feel like I don't have nothing to talk about. Or maybe I'm not quiet. I'm talking about lima beans after all. Okay, now I'm making myself laugh. I'll stop. All right. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the wonky circles? All right, you guys. I want you to pay attention to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be doing something in my big book of ideas. I'm going to be doing a mood board. I don't know what kind of mood board yet. I'm going to show you the one that I did recently. But I'll think of another design, maybe a fall inspired one. I am a fall girl. I do love fall. I'm looking forward to it already. It hasn't been too hot in Oregon though this year. Amazingly, I think we've only had 2 days where it hit 100, which is unusual. When I first moved to Oregon, it was not as hot as it's gotten the past year. You know, the whole thing that they say doesn't exist, global warming. Well, I beg to differ. It really does exist. I mean, the world is getting hotter. But this year hasn't been too bad. These are really funky shapes. The scallops takes away this drawing, doodling in the middle of them kind of takes away from the lima bean look. Go. All right, there we go, ladies. Oh, it's 8:23. I have probably time for one more. What happened to there's a sticky. Oh, here it is. They disappear into the circle. I thought I lost that circle. Okay, so let's flip it this way. I'm going to go back to the 70s theme, and I'm going to do some of those atomic circles. We do this. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. This is a real 70s cool retro vibe. There we go. These are fun. So don't get started on global warming and fires. Let's just doodle and forget about it. I know, Lindsay, I'm so sorry to hear about you and your situation. We had earlier this week, I think it was Monday and Tuesday, where we had some smoke come in, and it stayed in our area for 3 days. It was from the Spokane fires, and it was really all outdoor events were canceled, and the air was just horrible. My car was parked outside, and it was just really grimy and yucky and dirty. But please keep us updated. We're all thinking about you. You are in our thoughts and prayers. It is so scary. It really is. And some big dummy who is probably the one that started the fires. There was some fires that happened in oh gosh, it was in Multnomah Falls. It's a big waterfall outside of outside of Troutdale. And it was started by a kid who was lighting fireworks. And it just wreaked havoc on the area. So it's not fun. I like these. What do you guys think of these? I'm getting faster at this. Look at this. 826. I could probably squeeze one more circle in, a whole page. I don't know if maybe last time I was just talking so much that I only was able to finish like 3 of them. Okay, let's do one more. Let me see. What do I do? It's hard. This is exactly the reason why I tell you guys is to come up with this Doodle Patterns book, because trying to come up with a pattern just sitting here talking to you guys, it's hard to do. Let's do something that looks like flowers. I'm going to do a circle, and then I'm going to do circles on the outside. There we go. Michelle, we're trying to keep the videos to a half an hour, so I'm giving myself a time limit. But I guarantee that you guys are going to start looking at the world in a different way, and you're going to start looking at patterns. And do what I did. Keep a little thing of Post-it notes in your purse with a pen and draw them before you forget them, or take a picture of them with your cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. If you don't have your little Post-it notepad inside of your purse, I do. Take a picture of a pattern that you like, so then you can go home and try to recreate it. And then the more you do it, the different spin that you come up with that pattern, and you start adding your own flair to it, it's quite fun. I mean, this is a circle in many different ways. I think I'm pressing too hard. My hand's starting to get tired. Okay. These kind of look like a funky polka dot daisy, right? And then I could fill in the smaller ones with smaller ones. Fill in the small areas. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And so I could steal some of my designs from my Encyclopedia of Doodles. This is kind of fun, and it's, no pressure, because it's just a Post-it note, or a blank sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, which is cheap. So you don't have to worry about using up your good paper. You could just use this stuff. There we go. Oh my goodness, it's so quiet. I think I'll do maybe 2 more and then I will be done. One more right here. Alrighty. I think that's good. Look at that. Right on the dot, 8:30. Is that good or what? All right, ladies. Like I said, I want to see you guys sharing your work. I can't wait to see what you guys did this week. And we will see you next week where it is it squares? I don't have my, hold on, where did I put the calendar? I think it's squares. I can't find it, I don't have it. I believe it's squares. Well, I can take a look at my binder and it's just whatever's next in line. Yes, ladies, that's how I'm figuring out what's next. I'm just going by what's in my binder. So, squares. Next week is squares. Sneak peek. All right, ladies. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Or ladies and gentlemen, because we have a gentleman in the group now. I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday morning doodling. And I can't wait to see what you guys are doing. All right? You guys have a good week and have fun creating. Bye now.